Our supporters of the Shaanti Bhavan Mandir, to extend to each and every one of you, your family, your entire circle, a warm welcome to our 7th night of Sharad Navraatri celebration. Tonight, once again, through the blessings of the Lord, the Divine Mother, she has given us the opportunity to sit together as a family, to pray, to intensify our love, our devotion, and to allow our love to just flow to her like a stream. Whatever is on the mind, surrender to the Mother. If there is anything bothering you, speak to her and let her give you the solutions. And if at all the waters are smooth flowing, then thank her for her gratitude, for her grace, her blessings. Prasanna dharma kamartha mokshadama vishwamangala swanatvam bhagastam bhaktanugrahakam. My dear brothers and sisters, mothers and fathers, devotees all, let's sing her praises. Jai Jai Ambe Maa, Jai Jai Ambe Maa, Jai Jai Ambe Maa, Brahmananda Swarupi, Jai Jai Ambe Maa, Brahma Shakti Sukadayini, Jai Jai Ambe Maa, Brahma Most respected families and friends, once again on our Shaanti Bhavan Mandir webpage, our Facebook page, please permit me to say Jai Adi Shakti Jagadambima to each and every one of you. Tonight, the few of us gathered here, once again, through her grace, her compassion, her love, to bring each and every one of you the beautiful glories, or some of her glories. Tonight, our very own Pandit Yogi Ji, myself, Sabrina Ji, our dear Uma, Diane, we have our guest again with us here tonight, Pandit Rajan Ji, and of course Kiran, who has been away for a while. He's been busy in school and college. We would like to welcome him back to join us in our satsang. Behind the cameras, of course, we have no other than the maestro herself, the #1 technologist in the tri-state area, Brianna Prasad. Tonight, we bid each and every one of you Jagadambima's blessings. You know, for some reason or the other, and I'm sure Panditjis are here with me tonight, and all the devotees here present, out of all the parts or all the religious special holidays, if you want to call them, on the Hindu calendar, Durga Navraatri is one of the most energetic celebration of them all. And I wonder why. Navratri, very nice, very beautiful celebration. We enjoy the advents, the coming of the Lord, Shri Ram, Janmashtami, Diwali, the festival of lights, and all these things. But for Navratri, there's a high state of energy. Sometimes you feel overtired, you're exhausted. Night after night, puja after puja, every day we're on it. Nighttime service, get up in the morning, school, work, come back again, clean up, set up, get ready to go again. Next day, the same routine. But there seems to be an energy there. We're celebrating the divine goddess of energy. Hence, that energy comes alive within each and every one of us. And I'm sure you will experience the same thoughts that I'm sharing with us here tonight, that you also will go through this kind of high energy. And if you feel exhausted, and you think of her, and you think of, oh my God, I can't wait to go to Mandir tonight, to celebrate Navratri. Tonight is the 7th night. I cannot wait to see what Uma is going to be wearing. I cannot wait to hear what Pandit Ravi will be reading about. I cannot wait to hear which song Pandit Yogi will sing tonight. I'm so excited. Where does that energy come from? This is the Mother pulling us closer and closer to her. Tonight, through her grace, let's enjoy this divine energy. It is infinite. Infinite. She has no beginning, no middle, no end. Her love just goes on and on and on. And I've told the devotees many times in the mandir. The child asks, Mommy, Daddy, please explain to me. But it is talking about this energy. I don't know what he's talking about. I'm not in that class, in that university yet to understand what this energy he's talking about. How can this energy come alive? What is he speaking about, Mommy? Very simple, in a nutshell. What do I say at Mandir? The energy, the electricity which runs within these walls, you cannot see it. We cannot see it. But it's there. That energy is there. The current is there. But you flick that switch, and what happens? That very energy from within the walls comes alive in the form of light. These bulbs, they come in LED, soft white, yellow white, medium white, all kind of colors, red, green, yellow. That very energy which we weren't seeing just now, that electricity we couldn't see, now comes alive in the form of this light. But before you get the light, something is very, very important that is needed, and that is the switch. That switch is our devotion for the Mother, our love. Without that, no matter what you do, you will never experience that energy that runs through the walls of life. Tonight we thank you, Mother, again and again. Let's all join together as we do every night in our Havan Yajna. Adharashvi Angasparshanam Samarpayami. Om Hastaprakshalanam Samarpayami Shri Govindaya Namo Namaha. Take the water in your right palm. When you hear the word Swaha, we'll sip the water. Om Amrito Vasranamasi Swaha. Om Shri Amrita Pihanamasi Swaha. Om Shri Satyam Yashaha Shri Mahi Swaha. Wash your hands again. Om Hastaprakshalanam Samarpayami Shri Govindaya Namo Namaha. We touch the various parts of our body. May the Lord bless every part of our life. Om Vangame Yasestu.
Om Masune Pranavastu. Om Akshare Chaksharastu. Om Karame Shvatamastu. Om Ahurme Valamastu. Om Urvume Ujjavastu. Om Marishani Nayanani. Tanisarvame Saha Santu.
Om Bhurabhuvasva.
Om Bhurabhuvasva. Yavrina Bhumina Prithvi Vavarina. Tasya Se Prithvi Nirvajani Prishi Adhim Manadam Tadadayadari.
Om Udbudhya Swaramini Pratijagrihi.
Vandisha Puriti Sanskrithi Ramayanja Asmin Saraste Ayukarashmin Vishwadeva Yajvanashasi Gada.
We'll offer food every time we hear the word Swaha. Om Ayantahidimaya
Vedase Nidasva Vardasva Cheda Vardya Chasman Prajaya Pashvi Brahmavajase Annadi Vatsavidaya Swaha. Idam Adinai Jagavedase Idam Namama. Om Samiranandavasya Vite Bodhayatharthim Asme Bharyajodana Swaha. Idam
We chant. Om Bhurabhuvah Swaha Tatsaviturbharenyam
Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayam Om Bhurabhuvah Swaha
Om Bhurabhuvah Swaha Tatsaviturbharenyam
Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayam Om Bhurabhuvah Swaha
We'll now take our blessings together. Agree, everybody? Om Vidyamasi Vidyam Muidehi Om Balamasi Balam Muidehi Om Tejorasi Tejor Muidehi Om Ojorasi Ojor Muidehi Om Manyorasi Manyor Muidehi Om Syahurasi Syahur Muidehi. Offer this prasadam from our little one, our dear Bhavanaji, celebrating her birthday, our middle one rather, celebrating her 8th birthday today. And on behalf of all of us, we want to wish her a happy birthday. May she grow with the blessings of the Universal Mother, and may every day in her life remind her of the importance of being blessed with good health and being alive. May God bless you. We love you, Mama. Om Brahmarpanam Brahmavi Brahmagyo Brahmanahutam Brahmaviti Nagantavyam Brahma Karma Samadhina Om Tat Sat Hari Om Tat Sat Hari Om Tat Sat Hari Om. Tonight also our brother Bhaji Karan and Cynthia, the Parashram family, also sponsoring the prasadam and the bhojan for tonight. Their little one is not well. We're told that he had surgery today, and I would like all of our devotees to keep this little one in their mind, in their thoughts, keep this family in your thoughts, and let's pray that this child will be given the medical attention that he or she needs, and may there always be speedy recovery. When a child goes through this kind of adversity in his or her life, it becomes very painful for a parent to undergo. Today we can only hope and pray that Bhagwan Ma, may you bless her, bless him, bless all of our children with success. Tonight marks the first night of the celebration of Adi Shakti Jadubans Mata. As I said, as we have completed our Havan for tonight, with the blessings of the Lord, with the inspiration of God, tonight we sing some beautiful bhajans. And the first one I would like to dedicate to Bhavana. One of the first songs that she learned how to dance. Mama, if you're watching, this song is for you. मन में राम बसाए मन में अम्बे बसाए जन्म सफल होगा रे बंदे मन में राम बसा रे मन में राम बसा रे बसा रे बसा रे बोलो राम जय जय राम बोलो राम बोलो राम जय जय राम बोलो राम बसाले मन में अम्बे बसाले. She always says that, why every Navrat you don't go away for Mukesh's birthday, you're always home for Naina's birthday, why you always go away for my birthday? Why Mandir? Because I said, Devi, you were born on Navrat on the 8th night. This is our little Kanya. She was born on the 8th night, those of you who remember. And I want to pray that you will always be happy. Enjoy Ma's blessings. And when I say Ma, I mean the Ma that you are with at home. Then enjoy Saraswati Ma's blessings. Thank you, devotees all. I want to wish each and every one of you the very best of Saraswati Mata's blessings. Tonight is the 7th night. But before we listen to the glories of the Universal Mother, tonight we'll have a few devotionals. Normally she's behind the cameras all the time. We don't get to hear from her much. But tonight, we'll hear from her a little. So we'll have our dear Umanji will lead us in one bhajan, our dear Lady Dai, and of course Sabinaji will sing a bhajan. We'll have one from our dear Pandit Yogiji, and then Brian will sing the final bhajan before we listen to our Vedyas for tonight, who is no other than our very own Pandit Ravi Rattan. So we'll have these bhajans, sit back, enjoy. God bless all of you.
दिल के नाम का सुमिरन करो रे बंदे. 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 दिल के नाम का सुमिरन करो रे
जयति जय मां जयति वीणा वादिनी जयति जय मां जयति जय मां सरस्वती जयति
बोलिए प्रेम स्वरो आदि शक्ति जगदम्बे माता की जय. What a beautiful way to bring the curtains down before we listen to our Ved Vyas for tonight. In that beautiful song, it talks about a devotee who makes this beautiful murti, this form of Adi Shakti, and starts to sing to this form. Little did she know that this very form would come alive. This is the faith that we must have in our murtis, especially when we do pujas, my dear sisters and brothers. On the first night, we began this beautiful yatra, this journey, and we asked the question, can Navraatri help us in the fluctuating waters of life? The first night, we looked at some of the practices, some of the rituals. Lord Shiva asked Mahaparvati in Uttarkand of Ramayana, in Aranyakand, when he looked at her and he says, tell me Parvati, now that I have told you the whole story of Ramcharitramanas, has it helped you in any way? Do you think this katha is going to help the world? And we linked it to that very question. Can all of this, what we are doing here, help us in the path of life? The second night, Pandit Deepakji looked at the Sri Durga Devi Saptashloki, talking about what is preventing us from seeing and realizing our true identity. He said, peel away the layers of Maya and allow our true self to be revealed. The third night, our dear Pandit Satish Deo looked at the scene in Valmiki Ramayana where Indrajit was about to perform a tamasik, a tantric worship of the Divine Mother, but Hanumanji, representing faith, stopped such a worship. Night 4, I looked at the wonderful pages of Ramcharitramanas where Sri Ram and Lakshman were walking in the forest, and Sri Ram took a break and he told Lakshman, let's sit here for a moment, let's pause and let's enjoy the true nature, that very nature which represents our inner nature, beauty. The fifth night, Pandit Deepakji so beautifully looked at the characteristics of a devotee portrayed by the very qualities of the Divine Devi. And of course, she was no other than Ma Sharad. Those of you who were here with us last night had the opportunity to listen to Pandit Simadri from Guyana, who looked at the importance and the true meaning of upavas, what it means truly to fast, to sacrifice. Tonight is no stranger to our mandir and our community. It is my honor, my privilege, and my blessings to ask our Vedvyas Ravi to bring forth to us tonight the beautiful glories of the universal Mother. Namastute Vyasa Vishal Buddhe Kulara Brindayata Patramitra Yena Tvaya Bharati Tairna Purnam Prajvalito Jnanamaya Pradipam Avi Prem Solo Shri Vedvyas Maharaj Ki
Sri Ramachandra Bhagavan ki jai, Sri Balakrishna Lal ki jai, Om Namaskandakaya, Namah Parvati Pataye, Har Har Mahadev, Vakratunda Mahakaya, Koti Surya Samaprabha, Nirvighanam Kuru me Deva, Shubhakare Namami Bhigare Swarabhaya Pankajam, Om Vishweshwamadhavam Dundim Dandabhajavai Vandika Shivajam Bhavani Manikarnika, Dayakaro Shiva Gangadavi. As we clasp our hands, as we close our eyes, we prostrate ourselves to the lotus-like feet of Bhagavan Shivaji. And we ask you, Lord, Dayakaro, Lord, grant us your mercy, grant us your compassion, O Lord, grant us your love. Shall we all sing together as we set our mind praise at the divine feet of the glorious Master Shiva. Dayakaru Shiva ask you again and again for your blessings. After we worship Divine Shield, we turn to the Bhagavad Devi and we ask her blessings. Shall we all pray? Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Buddhirupena Samstita Namastasye 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 We have come to you, Joseph, tonight, O Divine Lady, to ask you for knowledge. Grant us the wisdom so that we can eradicate all the things that we should not have in our minds, O Divine Lady. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Nidrarupena Samstita Namastasye As we ask you for your love, as we ask you for your mercy, O Ma. Ma mere, O we've come to you, ourselves, to ask you, O Ma, to beg of you, O Ma, to pray to you, O Ma, to prostrate and divine to you. Ma mere aya I've come to your doors today, O Ma, Bhaktu Pradeje Mashrika. But I've come to your doorsteps only with my love, with my humble devotion to ask you. Sharan, Sharan, I want to ask this prostrate unto you, divine feet, your glorious feet, O Lord. For I know the highest pinnacle of devotion is at your feet. as great as you are, oh, whenever you're home alone and whenever we feel tired, whenever we feel negative energies and negative forces around us, oh God, what we will be able to do just now. We come to your altar, oh God. We come and we bow down and we prostrate ourselves, oh God.
My humble bhaktas, first and foremost, my humble Sharad to each and every one of you, Jai Sri Krishna to each and every one of you. Tonight, I believe Manoj said the 5th night now. I'm just checking to see those of who counting however many night days that we're in. Tonight is the 7th night of Sharad Navraatri. And tonight, as we continue to worship the dear Iman, we continue to glorify the Divine Mother, we continue to prostrate ourselves at the divine feet of the glorious Mom. We continue to ask the Mother for her love, for her blessings. We continue to ask the Mother, O Ma. And I wonder how many of us would do this, O Ma, when we go to the altar. When we would have prayed this morning, we went to the altar and we say, O Ma, bless me, O Ma, with enough money. Huh? But they know we didn't ask for that. Diane G's laughing, I think she did. But I know all of us, we didn't ask for that. We went to the altar this morning with our flowers and we say, Oh Mother, bless me in such a way that I can always prostrate myself unto your divine feet. Isn't it so? This is what we pray for. This is what we ask the Mother for constantly in our lives. And my dear Bhakti, the theme, this year we have a theme, and the theme is, what can we gain, what can we gather from worshiping the Devi Ma amidst this crazy river of life that we're living in. And one has to pause and think of all these beautiful stories in the Sri Ram Charitamanas. One has to pause and think of the beautiful stories that we're given by our great rishis in our Srimad Devi Bhagavatam. And we ought to interpret these stories in a way that will be practical for us.
And last night we saw our dear Panditji taught us Upavasa, how to come close to the Devi Ma. Night before, we were told how a bhakta can pray to the Devi Ma, and that bhakta can become successful in life. But what about us? What is most important to us in our lives today? Some would raise their hands and say, you know what, Panditji? Health is important. As long as I have health, I can have wealth, and I can have all sorts of happiness, which is true. But what type of health is important to us? Is it physical health or mental health? Today, our psychiatric hospitals are flooded with people, and our dear Panditji will tell us that. They're flooded with patients because of not the physical health, but of the mental health. Of the mental health. And this is something that we need to take seriously, because you can have all the physical health in the world, and physical health will allow you to perform countless puja and countless yajna and so on and so forth. But if your mental health is not there, my fellow bhaktas, if your mental health is not there, then you're nothing. I'm sorry to say, but you're nothing. You're just like a vegetable. If mental health is not there, then we find most of ourselves in the psychiatric ward. And this, my fellow bhaktas, we ought to take importantly, especially our men folks. Many of us have children, and we have young ones, and many of us have wives, and they bring forth beautiful children for us. But many a time, our mothers in our home go through something called postpartum depression. She may look physically fit, but mentally she's not there. Something to do with the chemistry of having a baby and so on and so forth that contributes to this type of depression. But mental health is what we most should worry about. Last night our dear Panditji told us, Mama Shatro Vinashai, that when we pray, we are asking the Devi Ma, we are asking Lakshmi Ma, we are saying, oh Ma, Mama Shatro Vinashai, oh Mother, I'm entertaining enemies. And enemies in the mind, when the mind is mental, I'm entertaining these enemies that would contribute to negative mental health. And I'm asking you, Devi Ma, to help me eradicate these enemies that I have within. And what are the enemies that we have within? And we have gone to temples Sunday to Sunday, all the powers. And the Pandits keep on saying it, and I will keep on saying it. Shadvikaras, we have the Shadvikaras within. Yeah? Kam, Krodh, Moh, we know all the fancy terms for these enemies. Lust, anger, greed, jealousy, false pride, attachment. These are all the enemies that we have. And I humbly believe, my fellow bhaktas, that when Navraatri presents itself to us, and when we would partake as bhakta in Navraatri, and we would partake in all the vrata and the upavasa, and all the fasting, and all the pujan, and all the singing and chanting, something would be changing. And this is why we're here. Because we want to change something. We want to change our mental health. We want to strengthen our mental health. And I believe that if we can attack one of the Shadvikaras, one of the enemies that we have within, then when Navraatri would have passed, my fellow bhaktas, then we can say to ourselves that, you know what? I have climbed the higher height this Navraatri. Instead, I know some of us, we do not have the ability to continue to climb higher heights. We do not have the ability, and we continue to say, and we call the Pandits, and we say, Babaji, you know what? I'm trying, but I'm not getting there. But the Devi Ma is here in the Srimad Devi Bhagavatam to remind us. She's reminded us of our Nishumbha, of the mind, We need to take a view, we need to preview the mind. And the Srimad Devi Bhagavatam is telling us a story about the mind. And today we are going to name the mind Nishumba. What are we going to name the mind? Nishumba. We're naming the mind now. And we are going to see how this mind will act. And when we understand how this mind acts and how this mind carries about itself, then we, as assertive beings, as assertive human beings, as all of us, we can take a stand to fight back if we have to. All of us may look at these scriptures and we say, oh, beautiful stories, beautiful stories. Look at it, Ram Charitramanas, look at it. Srimad Devi Bhagavatam, look at the Rattan story. We go around the community, we see Ma Kali stretching her tongue out and she's licking the blood. And we say, oh, it's very beautiful. I know this Murti looks beautiful and that looks beautiful and the stories are beautiful. Have we ever thought to ourselves, have we ever wondered, I don't know about all of you, but I wonder, did this actually happen? Where a guy called Nishumba, where a guy called Raktabij, where all these things happen? And this is where we need to stop and pause and introspect. And that is why we have these stories. The great sage and saints, they did not want to throw it to us and say, hey man, go fix your mind. If they did that to us, we would look at the book and say, I can't read this no more. But they put it in beautiful stories that we can actualize, we can take in, we can interpret, we can listen to, and we can introspect eventually, and then we can make changes in our lives. So here we have the Devi Ma on one side, we have to set our minds ablaze now. The Devi Ma on one side, and we have Nishumba on the other side. Who's the Devi Ma? The Devi Ma represents intellect. The intellect represents the Devi Ma. Nishumba represents the mind. And Nishumba is having a battle, and this is a battle that we constantly have in our everyday lives. I know Dianji probably goes around saying, should I buy that bag or should I buy that bag? Omaji said, no, I want that fancy car. And then something says, man, I can't afford a car. Yeah. And Kiranji said he wants something else fancy. It's a constant battle in the mind that we have. And throughout all the kathas that we have been listening to is all about conditioning the mind. It's all about the psychological problem, conditioning the mind. And once we can condition the mind in a proper and productive way, as the Srimad Devi Bhagavatam is teaching us, then my fellow bhaktas, every Navraatri that will come, we will elevate ourselves one step further to achieving the divine feet of the glorious divine baby. The Srimad Devi Bhagavatam tells us very beautifully, we are taking a preview now of how Nishumba, how the mind operates. Nishumba Gameshyami Sri Devi Sharanam Mana Sri Devi Sharanam Mana. mind ablaze. And we're thinking of this battle between the divine deity, the intellect, and the mind. Nishumba gamishami raktarudhi ranajane hatva tava gamishami nagamishami chanyata. We are told in the Srimad Devi Bhagavatam of book 5, chapter 29, verses 53. We are told very beautifully that the Devi Ma, she's standing in a battlefield, and she's standing alone, and she's thinking, how can I win over? How can I conquer Nishumba? And this is something that we go through every day in our minds. And you know what happens? Sometimes this battle is so strong in the mind that it will force us to do something that we do not want to do. It forces us to do something that we usually would never do. And it is so strong, and it becomes our conviction. The mind forces us in such a way that it becomes our conviction that we must and we must and we must do that thing, even though it may not be the right thing to do. The intellect now, Devi Ma, is standing as the witness. The Devi Ma is standing, and Devi Ma is thinking, how can I overcome this? And many times you go through that in life. Every time you would think that you would go to the altar and you would put the flower and you say, oh Ma, take away this thought from my mind, take away that thought from my mind, and help me empty my mind. The next second it comes back. And this is what's saying here. Every time the Devi Ma would do something to try to eliminate Nishumba, he would come back. His army would come back, and he would keep coming back in a very forceful way, stronger than the previous attempt to destroy the Devi Ma. And the Devi Ma, she says to herself that no, I cannot give up. I have to stand still and fight this battle. I have to stand still and fight this battle. And as she stands still and she's fighting the battle, what happens? Sri Devi Sharanam Mama, Sri Devi Sharanam Mama, Sri Devi Sharanam Mama, Sri Devi Sharanam We're told that Nishumba, the mind now, sees that the Devi is fighting back, that the intellect is fighting back. And what happens? It transforms itself to pride. What happens to us when pride takes us over, my fellow baptists? What happens to us when false pride befalls us? What happens to us? This is the juncture when false pride befalls us, is the juncture when we say, it is no going back. I am going forward with whatever it is. With whatever negativity it is, that I am going to go forward and I am going to create whatever troubles I have to create in the world. The mind is saying this now, and the Devi is looking on. And she's constantly thinking, how can I eliminate such negativity in life? And we ask ourselves, how should we eliminate these negativities that we have in life? I feel about this. No matter what we do, no matter how hard we try, they come back to haunt us. These negativities come back to haunt us. And they make us do things that we don't ordinarily want to do, my fellow Bhaktas. We do things that we do not ordinarily want to do. For example, we have a heated argument with our mom. We have a heated argument with our spouse. Or we have a heated argument with somebody whom we love very dearly. And what do? We blindside ourselves for a moment and we start to spew out all the negative things to them. We start to demean them in every possible way to demean them. And this is what Nishumba is doing. Nishumba started to demean the Devi in every single way. And this happens in our society. Forget about the battle of the mind for 1 second and think about the battles that happen in our homes. Think about the battles that happen with the children and parents. Think about the battles that happen in the home with the mother and the father. And think about the battle that happens in our society. I've got to say, unfortunately, and I feel very sorry to say this little Guyana that we call home, which we're proud of, is a few times I passed on Liberty Avenue and I saw with my own eyes and heard in my own ears the woman come into the shop to ask the husband to go home, and he decided it's not the right thing for her to do and started lecturing her on Liberty Avenue. This is the way men today sometimes demean women, and vice versa, women demean men too. And here we are told, Nishumbata Rahana Gatwa Danurdhaya Sharadaya Katam, that Nishumba started shooting arrows with his dhanush, with his bow and arrow. He started shooting arrows at the divine Devi. And when someone starts to shoot arrows at you, what happens? Today I mean I shoot arrow. We shoot more than arrow. We shoot words that would bring people down. And this, my fellow bhaktas, the divine Devi is telling us, whatever we do in life, we must be very careful of these arrows. And the final shloka tells us how we should conquer it. Danavamo yakshasu Sri Devi Sharanam Mama Kalikam Viyashneva Sri Devi Sharanam Mama. And the Devi saying, when you constantly prostrate at my feet, when you constantly cry out to me, know that those arrows that Nishumba is shooting, those arrows that anyone is shooting, those words that anyone is shooting, I would come myself and eradicate those. I would come myself and eradicate those from your life. That, oh man, you do not need to worry. So in Navraatri, my fellow bhaktas, my friends, in Navraatri, when someone comes to you and when someone is demeaning us, when our mind is trying to put us down, when our mind is having a battle with the intellect, we must always remember, we must think about the Devi Ma. We worship the Devi Ma, and we prostrate in the divine feet of the Devi Ma. And when we do that, oh man, what will happen? Gatisvam Tvameka Bhavani Ma everybody, Gatiswam Tvameka Bhavani Ma. Gatiswam Tvameka Bhavani Hoshi Matu Hai Ma, Matu Hai Ma, Ma jaise duniya mein koi kaha. And this song is for a little powerful celebrating her birthday. Your mother is your everything. She is Matu Hai Mandir, Matu Hai Puja, Puja to Rattan. There is no one in this world that would try to define to defend us. But we are a beautiful mother to defend us. And that's what we call about this, just as how that earthly mother would go beyond, above and beyond to protect us, just so too the divine Devi would go above and beyond to protect us. And when we prostrate into her and she protects us, guess what happens? Our lives get elevated. Our whole homes get elevated. Everything that we do is elevated, and it's only elevated because of her glory. Praise for Shri Adi Shakti Now Durga Jaganambe Mata Ki Jai.
बोलिए प्रेम स्वरूप व्यास महाराज की जय. In a nutshell, my dear sisters and brothers, devotees all, Guruji always used to tell us the story of the pack of wolves within this body, within this being. And he said there are two sets of wolves, the good wolves and the bad wolves. And they are constantly battling all day. And he asked the question, who is going to win? And he says, the one that you feed the most, that set, they will dominate. The mind and the intellect is going through that battle. And it is up to us as devotees, my dear brothers and sisters, to take the Divine Mother as that intellect to protect us from the evil thoughts which seems to take over the mind at times. And when that happens, like Nishubha, I'm sure Panaji would have told you in the Katha as well, that he was completely destroyed. We have to destroy the Nishumbha-like qualities within the regions of this being and allow the divine intellect, Ma Durga, to prevail. Panaji, thank you once again for your beautiful discourse tonight, and I do hope and pray our devotees will pay more attention to the mind. Before I hand over to Sabrina Ji and the Kirtan Mandali to lead us in the Saraswati Devi Chalisa, I heard this on the radio today. There was a rabbi speaking, and the rabbi said, everybody's asking me why I don't have Facebook. All my disciples, all my members of the church, of the mosque are asking me why I don't have Facebook. He says, because my face needs to be in this book. And I'm listening on the radio and I'm thinking, what exactly is this man saying? Then I realized when he concluded, he says, you're on Facebook looking at everybody else's status and you're forgetting your own. You're not paying attention to your own. And I fell in love with that message. Facebook is beautiful, don't get me wrong, but he says we need to take time off and put our face in this book, within this being. Prem Swaro Adi Shakti Saraswati Devi Mata Ki Jai. Sit back, enjoy the 40 verses of the Saraswati Ma Chalisa.
जय श्री सकल बुद्धि बल राशि जय सर्वज्ञ जय अविनाशी जय 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 वीणा कररानी हंस राहिनी जय मृदुहासिनी ललित चतुर Shadad Thank you.
या देवी सर्वभूतेषु आदिशारदे रूपेण संस्थितः नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः। प्रेम से बोलो आदिशक्ति जगदम्बे माता की जय। Devotees all, as we are about to conclude for tonight, once again I want to take this opportunity to thank all of you, your families, all of our supporters in the areas. I want to say how grateful we are to have each and every one of you join us night after night. Please continue to support our Mandir, our cause, and definitely if we can make any change, if we can improve in any way, please feel free to reach out to me anytime. You can find me on Facebook, not Facebook, Facebook, yes, this face, but you can call me, my phone number is there, 718-431-5310. And we can definitely talk how we can make ourselves better. We're all trying and we're all striving to become better every day. We can only get better. We cannot get worse. So continue to support us and help us in any way possible. Once again, I want to thank Diane for being with us here tonight. Umaji, our dear Pandit Rajan, of course, Sabrina ji, our Ved Vyas Pandit Ravi for his message tonight, our dear Pandit Yogi ji, who you will be listening to tomorrow night, one of the young, vibrant voices in our communities today. Pandit Ji will be reading tomorrow night, so make sure you join us at 7 p.m. for that. Not forgetting Kiran Ji, who will be leaving us tonight to go back to school. Thank you for being with us 2 nights. May Saraswati Ma bless you so that your studies will be fruitful and successful. We cannot forget our very own Brianna behind the cameras. As we're about to conclude in our closing prayers, once again I want to thank Bhavna Ji. Happy birthday. Thank you for sponsoring tonight's prasadam and also a donation of $51 from her little piggy bank. Also, I want to thank the Parasram family, Cynthia Karanji for sponsoring the bhojan and also some fruits for tonight. I want to say thank you, how grateful we are to have you guys part of our mandir. And remember I said in your prayers, let's keep Kiran, Parasram, their little son, who had surgery today and he's on the way to recovery. We want to pray that God will grant him a speedy recovery. It is my honor to ask our dear Pandit Yogi Ji and Pandit Rajan to lead us in our concluding prayers for tonight. Until we meet again tomorrow evening at 7 p.m. May the benign blessings of the Lord be with you and I.
Shama Shiva Ratri
बोलिए प्रेम जोर आदि शक्ति जगदम्बे माता की जय. As we conclude tonight, I almost forgot our video for tonight. She's no other than one of our beloved mothers, grandmothers from all the way from the Yakasari area in Guyana. She would like to share a few Navraatri greetings to our devotees. So please, over now to Mataji, and I'll tell you her name after.
Sitaram everyone. On behalf of myself and my entire family, I'd like to wish everyone a happy Navratri, especially my Shaanti Bhavan family. This period of time, we pray to the Divine Mother for her protection and guidance and to bless us so that we can overcome our situation in life. Let us all join in a prayer to the Divine Mother. Om Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Shakti Rupena Sansata Namastaste 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 Namo Namah Namastaste 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 Namo Namah Hari Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Jai Ho.
Thank you very much, Mom, for that beautiful prayer and your wishes. And if you want to know who she is, her name is Mataji Nargis. And those of you who watch old-time Indian movie, she's the original dancer out of Bangladesh. Thank you so much, Mom. May God bless you and the entire family. See you all tomorrow night, 7 p.m. sharp. God bless.